The Sabre Trust is a small education-focused charity working in rural areas of Ghana.
Davis Langdon, as a business, decided to try and sponsor various if you like, charitable organisations through our corporate social responsibility.
You know, we say here in the UK, good design requires a good client. Well, our client in this context was the community that we were working for.
Right at the beginning, we were taking into account what the community wanted, what the local government required, the local skills that were available in the community and in the district, what materials were available locally. So we weren't designing from the UK, but we were designing with our stakeholders.
I describe the building as a playful environment that's grown out of the community desires and represents the community, a natural environment which promotes discovery, hopefully exploration of the environment that the children live in.
I think what was unique about the project as a whole was that we had sort of, you know, Davis Langdon, Arup, Sabre all working together.
So we'd sit down and we'd actually design the buildings together using the sort of specialities that we had, so the structural design, architecture, infrastructure and environment, and that I think produced a really successful design because we were constantly inputting into each other's and commenting on what we were producing.
Davis Langdon and Arup collectively have brought a real professionalism in their approach, and they've brought some incredible individuals, the people that have been involved in the project, the design team and the people behind them, and that all helped to deliver the design from concept to drawings that we could build from in the space of 3 months.
For me, it's all about building relationships and collaboration, because without that all the way through, none of it would have happened.
We need to understand the needs of the local people, and if we don't get that right, then it doesn't matter how sustainable you design a building in terms of, again, its materials or services, it will never last because you're designing something completely out of context.
It was hard graft labour, which I certainly wasn't used to. Building mud blocks and just labouring away and getting involved with the local community.
Haley and I walked the streets just to get material prices at the start of the job. I really did enjoy that. It was really interesting because from my perspective, it's also putting cost surveying skills back to scratch.
It's the ultimate passive design. We achieve light, we achieve comfort, and we achieve ventilation with no energy at all. So by putting the windows on the north and the south, you ended up with complete shading, so when the windows are open, no direct sun can get in. That led to the idea of pivoting the windows in the middle and led really to what I think is one of the unique features of the building, which is how that facade works.
I think one of the most innovative uses of materials was it was in the roof. When it does rain, and it does rain quite a lot in Ghana, is that it makes quite a lot of racket inside the classes, and typically they'd actually cancel class when it rains. So one of these kind of innovative uses of materials was that coconut fibre, which is literally just a coconut that's broken up and it kind of comes into small strands, and that was sandwiched in between the metal roofing and the ceiling and was used to dampen the noise.
There was a whole lot of knowledge about the materials that needed to be accumulated, and we also needed to understand how they built with those materials in Ghana. What was the level of skill and craftsmanship?
And I think the consultation side of things is very important. I think actually getting people, you know, the users of a building actually sort of input into, you know, why they want things.
One of the things that really surprised us was the way that the attendance in class shot up from one day to the next.
The challenge now is to seed that thinking with local consultants, so that as we do more buildings, as we replicate the school and scale up, and we've got ambitions to build 20 over the next 4 years, that knowledge and thought process transfers to Ghana.
At the inauguration, seeing kids in the classroom being taught in this light, airy, open space was so rewarding. I think for us this project has been all about going from a dream, a vision to a reality, and that's been an absolutely incredible journey, incredible process.